Today I'm going to curl my hair using the new Dyson flat iron. If you've seen my first video of the first initial reaction, first impression, I did say in that video I do want to curl my hair using the Dyson straightener to see if it performs better, if it outperforms, if it does the same thing, if it does a worse job, all of that good stuff. Let's begin. All right, so I think the most innovative thing about this flat iron are the flexible plates. And what happens with your hair when they're inside the plates, you guys saw in that if you watched the video, essentially what the flat iron does, it keeps the hair literally in a straight line, that section of hair. It doesn't fan it out, it doesn't spread it out, it keeps it straight. And the results from that, your hair is very sleek, it's very even, and it's very consistent from where you placed your flat iron to where you ended with your flat iron. So I think that's what really kind of blew me away in that video in comparison to the Bio Ionic. And I really want to see what happens when I curl my hair or my entire head. Is there going to be less frizz? Is there going to be super sleek curls, super sleek waves? Are they going to last longer? All of those good things, you know? You know what I mean? I have the temp set at 365, and I'm gonna show you a couple of different ways that I curl my hair. I kind of did that in the other video also. Just starting with the flat iron down. Okay, that's very, very tight. Just gonna straighten some of this out. My hair is very silky and it's smooth right now, so there is no resistance, but I've tried other flat irons where the plates, they're not as smooth, and I wanna say these plates, they're not super smooth where they just go like butter through your hair, but they do keep the hair together, which is a huge positive. And like I did mention many times, with different flat irons, when the plates are super smooth, that can be a good and a bad thing because it can really just make your hair fall out and it's not holding the hair. So you kind of want to have a good medium, you know? I mean, it's just keeping the hair all together. I'm just gonna take a bigger section. Yeah, I think that's the downfall of this. It works best on smaller sections of hair. So if you're used to doing really big sections, you might want to change it up a little bit. Let's go towards the top like this. That curls rather easily. Nope, actually it didn't really do that good of a job that way. Let's take a smaller section. I mean, it's definitely not pulling the hair. Does it look super easy on camera? Because it's very easy. Yeah. I feel like I'm not really doing anything besides twisting, but then everything else, the Dyson is doing it for me. And it's really interesting the way it's keeping the hair in the plates. And I'm barely pressing the plates down and just in there. Just gonna straighten some of these pieces out. I feel like this is taking, it's really quick. Because there's no cord and the hair is not falling out of the plate, so I don't have to go over certain sections multiple times, even though some of them I did just to get a better wave or a better curl. See, I don't have to put the hair back into the flat iron. And I'm taking bigger sections. Do you guys see how the hair just keeps in the plates? I don't have to like worry about it. No matter where I place the hair, it just stays in the plates. I mean, I'm barely holding the plates together. Wow. I think I like this more than straightening my hair. And then when I'm not using the flat iron, I just literally put it back. onto the charging dock. And it's still on, but it's also charging at the same time. So while I'm using the Bio Ionic, I'm gonna keep this charging. So I think that's a huge feature that I love for cordless tools, especially I think Dyson's the first one that came out with this. I still have yet to see a cordless tool do this that has its own dock that you can still have it turned on and charge at the same time if you're not gonna use it right away. So let's put that back on. I'm gonna wait for this. It's already heated up. And let's do some sections. I just want to see, I'm going to take a bigger section and see how much hair falls out, or if I have to kind of pull it back in to the plates. I'm going to take a big section like I've been doing with the Dyson. Not too thin. Turn on my vibrating plates. So you see how it's fanning the hair out? You see that right there? Wow. Whoa, okay. I mean, it does curl, it curls beautifully, but it's a very uneven curl. You see, like some of the curl is super tight, and then the other curl, it's not as tight. So I feel like I would have to redo this and go back over. And the ends, they're not as smooth and they're not as sleek because they were not inside the plate, because it tends to flare the hair out. I never even like thought about that. All right, let's do, let me just do this again. I'm gonna do the same thing. Take a nice bigger section, take the Dyson and just, you guys see that? Like I just kind of threw it in the plates and let the plates do its thing for me. I mean, you know what? Let me throw the hair towards the bottom of the plate on purpose. Let's do this section, nice wide section. I'm gonna throw it like right here towards the bottom. See? It's keeping the hair even within it. You see that? No, it's not. It's not falling out. If you notice towards the end of the plates, the hair kept inside the plates. Interesting. I mean, the optimum placement is right in the center because it's even, you know? But, wow. I feel like I have to redo this the Bio Ionic one with the Dyson. All of the hair was in the plates.
So it makes it more convenient?
Very, yeah. I feel like it kind of, if you're not as good as curling your hair with a straightener, I think this might help solve the problem. Because I feel like a lot of the time that's when the hair starts falling out and you're just, why is it doing that? And you have to clamp even harder. And that's why it creates a lot of resistance, a lot of friction. And I feel like maybe that's why a lot of people have a hard time curling their hair with a flat iron. So let me try this method out again. Let's get my Bio Ionic. See, even when I place it down, I have to kind of make sure it's staying up. And I feel like I'm clamping a little bit harder with this. Beautiful curl, but I'm gonna redo it with the flat iron, with the Dyson. I found a flat iron that outperforms Bio Ionic.
Only took $500.
Only took $500. I mean, it's just so effortless. Just the way it keeps the hair in there. You know, it doesn't fan the hair out. It keeps it in that section. It makes your life so much easier.
Yeah.
I feel like when they were saying flexing plates, I honestly did not even know what that meant. I honestly thought that the plates were physically going to flex, like in front of your eyes, but they don't really do that.
It's minute.
It's super minute. The flexing is so tiny, you can barely see it with your own eyes. So I think, yeah.
I mean, they concentrate on like, oh, use lower heat and all that, but I don't think that's...
It's not even the lower heat, it's just the way it's putting your hair in the flat iron,
yeah.
It just works. And I think that's what's making it work, and that's making the results look so good, you know?
Yeah.
like I'm being so gentle on the hair when I don't have to be. And the hair, it's not hot, you know? Like even to the touch, like these parts, they're already like cooled off. Just gonna brush out the curls now that everything is cooled off evenly. I'm just gonna use my fingers, and I'm not putting any other product into my hair. The only product I have in my hair is leave-in conditioner and a little bit of hair oil before I blow dried my hair. I'm not gonna put anything else because I'm really curious how this is going to last. And I'll definitely show you guys at the end of the night what the hair looks like. All right, so let's quickly talk about this. What do I want to say?
Is this the best flat iron to curl your hair with?
Yes.
If we're not talking about money. Especially.
Yes, if we're not talking about money, this is one of the better curling flat irons to curl your hair with. But if we're talking about money, you can definitely get very similar results with very cheap flat irons. If you already know how to curl your hair, if you already know how to if you already know how to use a flat iron to your advantage, you can keep the sections of hair all together. You just kind of have to manipulate the hair, which is totally fine. And that's exactly what I did when we first tested the flat iron Dyson versus Bio Ionic. I just kept the hair together and I got very similar results. You can do the exact same thing with cheaper flat irons, but this is kind of like a no-brainer type of a flat iron. It kind of does the job for you. Does that make sense? It keeps the hair in the plates. If they're smaller, if they're wider, if they're thicker, if they're thinner, it's all in the plate. It's not gonna be as tight of a curl if your section is thicker and wider. It's gonna be tighter of a curl if your section is thinner and smaller. So I'm not gonna sit here and recommend a flat iron that is $500 because you can get very similar results with a $230 flat iron. With an $80 flat iron, that is one of my favorites by Kristin Ess. So take it as you will, take everything with a grain of salt as you will, but this is definitely probably the best flat iron I have used on the market, but I would hope that it would be because of such a high price tag and just certain things that they did, certain things that they thought about, certain things that they designed is just, you don't really think about it until you have it and you're using it and you're like, how did nobody else, or why did nobody else think of this and think of that, you know? Cordless, yes, it's an amazing feature. There are already other cordless tools on the market that are phenomenal, that are great. And if you've ever used a cordless tool, you probably know why I really appreciate cordless tools and I use them over my other corded tools. For example, the curling iron that I have, I'm using Lunata Beauty because it's cordless and it's just sitting right here on my table and I can just use it whenever I need to and the cord is not an issue. Same thing with this. I'm probably gonna use this over my other flat irons because it's better and it's corded. The one huge negative I wanna say is the battery. The battery is very low. I understand that you can just keep recharging the battery, but for example, if I'm out and about and I don't have a place to charge my battery, charge my hair tool over and over again, I'm not gonna be able to use this twice. Maybe I will if I'm just gonna curl my hair. My hair is already in this kind of state. It's very silky, it's very soft, it's smooth, and it's ready to go, it's already prepped. Yes, I'll be able to definitely use this twice. But if I need to straighten it and then curl it and then kind of fix up the hair with, you know, in a week span time, I'm not gonna have enough battery life. I'm only gonna have it for once, maybe twice, maybe. Another thing I wanna mention that's a huge negative for me are the plates, the packaging around the plates. I like that, yes, they get pretty warm, but they're also very bulky in comparison. It's pretty much the same width, but for the depth, they're very thick, and especially this outer plate, because the flexing plates, there's a lot of technology behind them underneath this packaging, so they have to be a lot thicker. But because of that, you can't really get close to your scalp. You can't really get close to those very detailed work, like right up in there. You can try, you can definitely do it, but you can definitely get you can do a far better job with something like this, where the packaging is very minimal and it's not as thick and bulky at the top. So I mean, this is not the most perfect flat iron. It's a great flat iron. I'm not gonna take the technology, I'm not gonna take the design away from that because they did a really great job. Besides certain things like battery life, they could have improved a lot better. They could have improved on the battery life, honestly. But everything else, I mean, I already showed in the first video, all the little details, all the little things that they thought of, even the little noises that it makes. Just those little noises, right? It's just, the screen is awesome. You have the 3 different temperature settings, 330, 365, and 410. But everything else, like, I really enjoy. I like the airplane mode. I think I'm just gonna show it again. Airplane mode is right here. You basically just pop it out. When you're traveling, the battery just basically shuts off and you don't have to worry about getting through TSA or taking this on the plane with you. And then everything else, the magnetic charger, all of that, is just all those little details, you know? It's phenomenal. They really thought about the little details. Yeah, you guys, please let me know what your thoughts are on this $500 flat iron. I said in the first video, I think it should be around $300 to $350 price range because it is a phenomenal tool, and so far it's one of the better ones on the market. All right, you guys, I want to do the one update today after curling my hair with the Dyson. And I just love the way curls, flat iron curls, they fall out throughout the day. They just, in my opinion, they look so beautiful and so effortless, but this is what the Dyson curls look like. And I think they're doing a really great job at holding up the way they're falling out. My hair still looks and feels really, really nice. I did just brush it out with the comb, with the brush, I mean. But yeah, still looking very nice. That completes this video. Thank you for watching me, joining me on this little journey of testing out the most expensive flat iron on the market. And I'll see you in the next video very soon. Bye.